a Bengali poet, short story writer, essayist, song composer, playwright, and a painter, a patriot, and above all, the only Bengali Nobel laureate poet in literature, the poet of the world. All his descriptions go with the author named Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, viewers, today I'm going to elaborate Tagore's one of the most famous letter to Lord Chelmsford rejecting knighthood. Especially, this letter epitomizes Tagore's deep patriotic feeling for his countrymen. And we know that this versatile genius was born on 7 May 1861 and died on 7 August 1941 in Calcutta. And this man was awarded Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913 for his outstanding poetical work, Song Offerings. So as we are going to deal with Tagore's A Letter to Lord Chelmsford Rejecting Knighthood, a great prose work included in English literature, basically for the students of honors first year of National University. So let's first have the term knighthood explained. Knighthood is a title given to a man by British emperors for his great achievements or service to his country that is related to common interest. So the man who is endowed with knighthood title can put Sir in front of his name. And we know that Rabindranath Tagore rejected the title knighthood for a reason. Tagore was entitled with knighthood in 1915 for social reformation and contribution for the relations of Indian subcontinent people. And he rejected the title knighthood in 1919 as a protest against British misrule and tyranny to the Indian people. There was a great massacre at Jallianwala of Amritsar in Punjab in India. In fact, there was a massive protest against British tyrannical rule for releasing two great local political leaders who were arrested by the British-backed police. One was Dr. Saifuddin, representing Muslim community, and other was Satyapal, representing Hindu community. And these two leaders symbolize union between Hindu and Muslim community. Originally, they protested against Rowlatt Act by the British in Amritsar. In the massive mass demonstration, the British-backed police shot at the protesters. The firing left 379 people killed and another 1,200 people wounded. And now what happens after that great massacre? Tagore was greatly shocked at the brutality of the British rulers. His reaction against the British rulers for the killing of the armless and resourceless people created a blow in the history. To Tagore, the massacre appeared to be the helplessness of the Indian people at the hand of the British rulers. Then Tagore shook up the great shock and he was moved by the killing. In fact, Tagore was greatly moved by the suffering of the Indian people at the hand of the British rulers under imperial rule. He looked at the event critically and said that Shah's brutal incident did not have any logic. It neither had any political expediency nor any moral justification. Therefore, its impact reached every corner of India. Then, Tagore was disappointed by some incidents after the killing. He was disappointed when the Anglo-Indian newspaper, instead of criticizing the massacre, praised the killing. There were protests from every corner of India, and Tagore wanted to express his own feeling for his helpless country people. He thought that rejecting knighthood would be a strong reply against the misdoing and brutality of the British rulers. So, what ultimate aspects came out? In fact, it is very significant from the perspective of the calculation of Tagore's patriotism. The letter rejecting knighthood truly shows Tagore's deep patriotism. He points out the wrongdoings and brutality of the colonial government to the common people of India. His letter rejecting knighthood is a testimony of protest against British Empire. The words of the letter will remind us his fierce voice against British tyrannical rule in the form of colonialism in India. So thus the letter to Lord Chelmsford rejecting knighthood very significant because here Tagore's real patriotism is exposed, and it can be concluded that Tagore was a great patriot as well, alongside his lot of superlative qualities. Thank you, dear viewers, for being with me.